just riding down the back roads of the mountains. There's no radio signal, there's nothing. So I'm just sitting here thinking about silver. And at $57, $58, am I buying silver? I guess I am. And I'm going to continue. I see silver's price climbing. I can see it being $70 this time next year, no problem. Silver is an industrial metal nowadays, so it's going to be needed. It's going to be needed. I was researching how many grams of silver is used in each humanoid robot that they're manufacturing. It said between 20 and 30 grams per humanoid robot. But I was looking at the whole solar thing, and for 1 kilowatt hour of energy, it takes roughly 20 grams to produce that panel. And that is the number one sucker of silver right now. The silver solder paste is really what's taken form to be silver inside of these mechanisms. And that's phones and earbuds, smart watches, everything. We're in the digital age. So unless there's an EMP, we're going to continue to stay in the digital age. So I looked at the COMEX. In 2020, the COMEX had 400 million ounces of silver in it. This year, they have 60 million. So that's a big drop from 400 to 60 in 5 years' time. And everything's getting ramped up. As far as all the equipment that I was talking about, the electronics and all that, all that stuff ends up in a landfill. There's nobody that's really recycling that stuff, pulling the silver back out. So, that stuff is just going to the landfill and gone. So it's not like it's being reused. So as it is, I don't see silver coming back down much. And I believe if it does come down, it'll be something that's suppressed because the manufacturing industry needs it, and needs it at a reasonable price. And that's why they're going to be trying to suppress it a little further. But at some point it's going to snap. It's going to be out. As soon as the first person that needs silver, the first defense department that says we don't have any silver for our Tomahawk missiles, or we don't have any silver for our solar panels, no silver for our Teslas. The first big corporation to come out and say we don't have any silver, the bottom's going to fall out. The bottom is going to absolutely fall out. It takes roughly 8 to 10 years to open a silver mine. All the mining that happens right now, it's a byproduct, from what I'm understanding, is for when they're mining for copper or another type of material, and silver is its byproduct. So there is no ramping up the production of silver. Silver naturally comes from the ground, about 16 to 1 from gold, and that's the big divine number right there. And that's why it has been originally 16 ounces of silver equal 1 ounce of gold, because that's what the Earth's crust has in it. So I don't see a way to ramp up production, and I don't think anybody's going to the landfills and reclaiming the silver solder paste. So I think silver's going to continue up, even though I don't like the thought of buying silver at $57 an ounce. When I started buying silver this year, I was getting constitutional silver at 20 times face, and I was getting my silver 3/9 fine $30. It was $32 at the time, and I was getting it $2 behind spot. So that's when I made my move, when I decided it was time for me to venture back into trying to do some silver savings. At the time, I didn't know it was called stacking. I tried to do it in 2017, but my finances, it didn't work out. So I just, had my eye kind of on what was happening, and I seen what went down during the pandemic, and I decided not to play. And I got into a different financial situation, and now I'm in the market and just Not heavily, just a little bit. You guys watch the videos. If not, you should. I buy just a little bit at a time and been saving it all year.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
At this point, it's no longer 20 times face for Constitutional, and it is not $30 an ounce anymore. You know, it went up and up, and in the month of November, it went up $11. Spot price for silver went up $11 in the month of November alone. So I'm kind of fortunate that I jumped in late January at the very beginning of February.
At the
Both
stop
feet.
Sign, turn left onto US
Both
75
feet, and that really made it so I had a base stack, and that stack doubled within 10 months. Literally, the spot price of silver has doubled this year. So I've made a good profit off of what I've been able to collect. And so yeah, I am buying at 57. I'm gonna buy at 60. I'm just gonna keep buying. I'm not sure that I'm gonna buy a big bulk amount like I did in the beginning. I'm just gonna keep on dollar cost averaging, trotting along, and just kind of see what happens. You know, everybody says it could fall. It could. I would hold my silver through it falling, because there's just no way that I can see silver not staying valuable in the digital age. Convince me otherwise. Tell me I'm wrong. What am I missing here? How could silver ever go back down? It's not just where we hold our wealth. It is in everything that we use in this age. How could it ever go away? So yeah, tell me I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Alright guys, I received a package in today from the Jolly Roger AR, also known as Chef Brian. I was hoping to have gone up to a coin show in Tennessee, but I had some truck troubles and it ended up costing me a lot more money than I was anticipating. So I did not make it to the show. Him and Lynn went, and I spoke with them while they were there and on the way back, and they had a great time. I'm hoping to meet up with them one day soon, not sure when that'll be. But in the meantime, Lynn picked me up something at the coin show. She is so kind. And also, Jolly had found a few items for me. So I'm going to pull into this package. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Outstanding. Check it out. New sketchbook. Oh, and there's gifts inside. Look at this. There's gifts on the outside too. So let's just check out what this says first. I wish we could have met you in Tennessee, but we understand. Hope you got your truck fixed. Hope you guys like your goodies. Have a great day. Brian and Lynn. Text or call anytime. I do. I talk to him quite often. Look at this. There's a $100 note with a Bigfoot on it. I have not seen this design before. I've actually got a few of these $100 notes, but none of them are this cool. I really appreciate it. Check it out. So yeah, that is super cool for my collection right there. It actually says Bigfoot inside the foot right there. And I've got this exact image on the back of my truck that I call Gus. So it is that exact image. It's a large sticker that completely fills the center of the back windshield. Super cool. Lynn, Brian, I appreciate it, guys. Very kind of you. And I know this sketchbook's not for me. I know this is for Red. She's going to be so very excited. I'm going to put it back in the package and let her open it up like it's her gift. And then there are a couple more trinkets here that they had sent. So I had mentioned recently, Cinda Georgie, I was trying to find a particular Benjamin half for him. Brian was kind enough to go and find one that is in mint condition. I mean, this thing is pristine. So I've got a beautiful specimen that's now going to go in my collection. And I will be sending him a package that I should have already sent and have not, back to him to thank him. And Lynn as well. And then he does coin roll searches, and he'd ask what year was Red's birth year and which one's mine. And I told him we're both from 77. So he sent us 2 proof 1977 halves. Miss Penny, leave that cat alone. That's that new dog that I had recently acquired. Is now part of the family. She's getting to know the cat a little bit, so she's in there playing. Oh Lord, she's got something from Red's room. I'm gonna have to check her out in a second. Car badge. So yeah, this is another Bigfoot piece. This is actually intended to go on the truck, and that is where it's going to end up at. So super cool, guys. I really appreciate these trinkets. That's very kind of you to think of us and to give us these items. Expect to see something in the mail very soon. And Jolly, I really do appreciate all your effort and trouble to help me find this Benji man. You're a scholar and a gentleman. I appreciate you, friend.